Hello, this is Dan Richardson at the Chapel of the North Hills. We're continuing our investigation of the last week of Jesus' life. We get toward the very end here. Jesus has already been put on trial 6 different times, and the verdict from the official court is not guilty. However, he was sentenced to death anyway. As a way to try to avoid the sentence of death, Pilate had him flogged, had him whipped. And this kind of a whipping would be the near death, they called it. And it was supposed to be that or crucifixion. And in the case of Jesus, after he was whipped, the crowd still demanded the crucifixion. And so typically a person would carry their cross as a matter of embarrassment all the way up to the place of the crucifixion. However, in his weakened state, Jesus was not able to carry his own cross. So Simon the Cyrenian was conscripted to do this. And as they approached Golgotha, the place of the crucifixion, they had guards and they put the charges on top of the crosses so everybody would be able to see this is what a person's guilty of. On Jesus's, it said, King of the Jews. Interestingly enough, that's not illegal. That's not a crime. And yet that was what he was sentenced to death for. And many people were jeering at him. He saved others. He can't even save himself. And when Jesus spoke, the first words from the cross, he said was, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which is, my God, why have you forsaken me? It's actually a quote from the book of Psalms. And those that were not so familiar with it thought, oh, he's crawling for Elijah. And let's see if Elijah comes to save him. So over and again, the entire crowd was jeering at him and making fun of him. However, there were some people that were there just crying and just brokenhearted about it. Many of these would be the women that had followed him. And we see a listing of the women, but we also see some people that were beginning to be amazed. When Jesus did die, the curtain was torn, there was earthquakes, and there was resurrections. And all these magnificent things were happening, wonderful things were happening, and even one of the guards, the centurion, said, truly, this was the Son of God. So even in his death, people were believing in him and coming to faith. Be blessed.